The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB TV.
Y'all ready for this?
Booyah! We are back. It is Wednesday, another Wednesday, the first Wednesday in June, 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Time for another installment of Southern Nevada Sports News coming to you from WWDBTV.com. My name is Bill Miller, co-host along with
Jeff Belknap.
As you can see, we have in-studio guests today, and we'll get to them in just a second. And per the disclaimer, our opinion, and truly it is the one that counts.
Wait, hold it. She didn't say it this time. So we can.
Yes, she did. Yes, she
did.
did.
Okay. I was going to say they're going to be held responsible for this.
Yeah, well, somebody's got to. I mean, John's on the hook for it otherwise.
That's right.
That's right.
John Stiles, our able-bodied owner, and also the man on the engineering board tonight. Thank you, as always, taking a bow. And as you can see, we do have in-studio guests, and I think this is the first time that we've actually had lacrosse players.
Lacrosse players, yes.
Lacrosse players in the house. And we're going to start to my immediate right. The little guy, this is Trevor Shivley.
Hi.
Say hi, Trevor.
Hi.
And this is his older brother, Tyler.
Hello.
Yeah, and Tyler is a junior at current state champs of Nevada, Palo Verde High School. And Trevor, what school do you go to, young man?
O'Rourke Elementary School.
And he is also, as you can see, lacrosse runs in the family. And with us also is their mom, Tiffany, who is on the sideline and chose not to be for whatever bizarre reason.
Wait, you assistant principal?
Yeah.
At what school?
Cape Canaveral Elementary.
Okay.
I didn't know that. Well, thank you.
CCSD in the house.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, CCSD definitely in the house.
That's right.
Well, thank you, too, for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And again, as I mentioned to you, we have never had lacrosse players on here now. Jeff is from Detroit, Michigan, and myself, actually, I'm from Los Angeles, but I lived in New Jersey for 4 years and worked in Manhattan. And my two sons were exposed to lacrosse at a relatively young age. So I'm familiar with it. And it is really increasing in popularity here.
Oh, absolutely, especially on the West Coast.
Absolutely. And so, we're going to start with your older brother, if you don't mind.
Okay.
All right. Tyler, junior, state champs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. And, we were kind of chatting before the show started. Lacrosse is gaining really popularity here.
Yes.
And so why don't you tell us, first of all, are you from Las Vegas originally?
Yes, I am from Las Vegas.
Yeah, the native.
Born and raised.
Nice.
We hear that more and more now. Yeah. Wow. Well, and so how long have you been playing lacrosse?
I've been playing since 6th grade.
6th grade.
Yep. My friend introduced me to it, and I picked up the stick. He thought I'd be good at it. I picked up the stick and tried out for my practice with them just to see if I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. Then I kept going on with it, and then I committed. I told my mom, hey, I'm switching over to lacrosse. I really love this sport, and here we are today.
All right. So what sport did you switch over from?
I switched from baseball.
Baseball.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I also played soccer when I was his age and younger.
Yeah. All right.
That is a good transition too, because it's got the same feel as soccer.
Yes.
But then it's got the force and obviously the ball, similar size of baseball.
Exactly.
So what position did you play in baseball?
I was the catcher.
Catcher. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's a position I never really could want to play, I guess. I mean, I guess it's like the squatting up and down, the knees, all
a little
that
hard
stuff.
on the knees.
Yeah. But
I was
that's
afraid. I really was. I didn't know how guys got back there and blocking balls.
Oh, no. These guys were throwing, 85, 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, and I was kind of tempted to kind of like, close my eyes, especially if they were swinging. That just doesn't work. So you're not going to be a successful catcher, I'm afraid, if you're a big gun shot.
Especially if the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so you definitely, the soccer gave you the conditioning.
Yes.
And because lacrosse is about running.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I had a chance a few years ago we were actually over to watch a football seminar at UNLV, and the lacrosse team was practicing. And so it was just running, and they ran this one drill where they're all in a line, and they're just continually circling the goalposts.
Oh.
And the last guy will accelerate to the front, and it just continues.
Oh, wow.
And I was sitting there going, and they just kept going and going and going. I'm going like, well, clearly lacrosse is not for me. if there is a senior lacrosse league,
Right.
I'm quite sure that they're not going to be recruiting.
You would actually be better in the rugby anyway.
Yeah. No, I don't. That doesn't.
Come on, get down there in a
a
little scrum. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, no. I'm just golf is right now, and I'm not real good at that either. But I enjoy it. I stopped taking.
You say you're not good. I saw you out there pumping those.
And so, who's your coach over at Palo Verde?
Coach Gary Campo.
Harry Campo.
Okay.
All right. And so, you've been we were talking about this earlier. You've been starting on Palo Verde since you were a freshman.
Yes, I have been.
Yeah.
I've loved it.
Yeah.
It's
And has he
awesome.
been your coach your entire time?
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
He's also been my traveling coach as well.
Oh.
'Cause I play year round.
Oh, okay. So what's
nice.
the traveling team that you're currently
Vegas Stars.
Vegas Stars.
Yes.
Okay. And so now that school is just about out, or it should be out already.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So you're going to pick that up now with your traveling team?
Yeah, we've actually we've already started practicing and stuff with them.
You got to practice tonight.
Kind enough to show. And so, right after the interview in front of our millions of fans, he's heading over to practice. So we really appreciate
Dude, that's so
that
incredible.
you stopping by. So now, Trevor.
Yeah.
Yes, the younger Shivley. How are you tonight, by the way?
Good.
And I'd like to really thank you for coming onto the show tonight.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we've heard that you have a pretty busy schedule as well.
Yeah.
So currently you're playing lacrosse.
Mhm.
Yeah, and what school are you going to?
Overwork Elementary.
O'Rourke Elementary. Okay. And how long have you been playing lacrosse?
Since kindergarten.
Since kindergarten. And how old are you now?
I'm 8.
8. So virtually half your life you've been playing lacrosse.
Mm-hmm.
Not many people can say that. Yeah. So what do you like about lacrosse?
I like to be midi because you can move around more and it gives you
Okay.
more exercise.
And more
nice.
exercise. Yeah, all right. So you like the idea of running and gunning. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and so your team that you're currently playing for now, is that the school team or is it a
It's
club
a
team?
club team.
Club team. And what's the name of your club team?
Patriots.
The Patriots.
Oh, nice.
All right, yeah. So where are you guys normally playing at?
We're usually playing at, I forget.
Well, that's okay. These things happen to me all the time, especially when you get to my age. It'll come to you. Don't worry about it. So, are you currently off season now, or okay?
I'm off season.
Off season. All right. When does your season start?
Next year.
Next year.
Next year, okay.
Yeah. All right.
So you don't play any club, or that is the club, but they only play one season. Is that what it is? Okay. Gotcha. I got it.
Yeah. Well, it's probably a good idea that you're not playing now since it's like 100 degrees.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a lot of other fun stuff to do in the summer, like going swimming and stuff like that. Do you guys play catch together?
Yeah, we do.
Sometimes.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
We go to
Can
the
you-
park and
Can you
throw
catch
together.
his when he's really
Sometimes.
throwing it hard? Can you catch it?
Sometimes.
Okay. Well, that makes a big difference because he will be better than you
I know,
if you
he
teach
would.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once he gets to my age, he'll
Yeah.
be real good.
Yeah. So, you guys were kind enough to bring in some of the gear,
Yep.
including the stick. Yeah. Now that one happens to be Trevor's, right? Because otherwise, I was going to say it looks a little small for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's yours.
Some
And,
players
also
on his team have this.
The shorter ones.
the
Okay.
short one. Yeah. And he brought in a ball, which is, by the way, it's certainly.
What is the weight? Do you know?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
It's like
heavier than
half
a baseball.
a pound.
Half a
Half a pound.
Are you sure?
Wow.
Okay,
We
well,
measured.
you seem to know.
I'm just
why am I
saying-
questioning
We
that?
did it
You
with my
played.
That's a lot of
grandpa. I did it
authority
with
right
my
there.
grandpa.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Did you skip that step with Grandpa? I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you. So we were talking about the force of this ball. Obviously, it's hockey season, and there's a lot going on with hockey season. The puck comes really fast, over 100 miles an hour. What is do you know the velocity or what the top speed is on a ball like this?
The fastest shot ever recorded that I know of so far was Paul Rabel's shot at 116 miles per hour.
And that's a major league.
Yes.
Okay, so does he play? Was the MLL?
Yes.
Okay, What teams do you play for? Do you know?
He plays
offhand?
on the New York Lizards.
The New York Lizards, right? So I looked into that league, just so you know, because Bill and I used to own teams, so I was like, hey, let me see what's out there, you know, to see. So I went out there. I was looking at different teams. The amount of money that they wanted for a franchise, like literally, I was like, excuse me, like what, you know, because they really didn't offer like a contract as far as network or anything like that. So, you know, it was kind of like I was a little shocked by that. But it's a great sport. It's a growing sport. There's a lot of players that are, you know, obviously going through college. Are you looking at any colleges? I mean, if you had let me put it this way: if you had the best case scenario, where would you like to go?
Best case scenario, I would say Denver University.
Denver, yeah.
Yeah.
They won it last year, right? Or was it the year before last? Or was it last year?
Yeah. And then Utah, the startup team, this last season won actually.
Oh, nice.
Which was really awesome for them. It's getting West Coast a little recognition coming from the East, like from lacrosse coming from the East closer to the West.
Oh, yeah.
Which is real nice.
Because, you know, the teams that people always hear about, Johns Hopkins, Maryland,
Duke.
Syracuse, Duke.
Yeah.
And they always hear about those schools, but they're now starting to hear about the West Coast. Kind of like similar to the hockey, the college hockey.
Yeah, because you know, I think Denver University is also
one of the dominant hockey teams.
one of the dominant teams. So, but yeah. So have you looked? You know, have you been approached by any schools on the West Coast?
Not too many on the West Coast, but a few on the East Coast.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, I have to believe now that you know, Nevada is one of those states where you can play sports year round.
That's right.
And those are typically where, you know, athletes prosper. Texas, Florida, you know, California, Nevada. And I'm not surprised that they're, you know, obviously start looking, especially that the sport is growing in intensity. And there's so many high schools in Clark County. I think 32 at the last
32,
count. Yeah. So, you know, what do you do typically in your off season? I know you're on a traveling team. But what are you also doing? Do you have any hobbies other than lacrosse, or is that it right
Yeah,
now?
That's about it. It's lacrosse.
It's okay.
24/7.
So yeah. You know, have you been approached by some of the coaches at your school? I mean, Palo Verde is a pretty big school.
Yeah, it is pretty big.
And it also has a pretty intense athletic program. I mean, you know, the coaches, hey, come on over here. You know, aren't you tired of running around with a stick? Yeah.
A few times, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah. Would you consider playing another sport, or is lacrosse where it's at?
This is where it's at. Yeah. I love lacrosse so much. I couldn't switch back to another sport.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, that's great.
Are you on social media?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, let folks know what's happening.
My Twitter is Trevor Shivley, Lax. And, yeah, I post all my lacrosse stuff on there.
All right.
That's cool.
Are you on social media right now?
No, but
Good,
my
I'm
mom
glad to
puts me
hear
on
that.
Facebook sometimes.
Okay,
So,
yeah. So
some pictures and
yeah, all right. Well, you're still a little early. Listen, I'm not. I think I missed the boat on that, so I don't know what to tell you. He does all of our social media.
I do all social media.
He handles all of that.
So, what about grades? Nothing? Okay. So next topic.
No. I focus a lot on my grades in lacrosse. That takes up, honestly, the vast majority of my time.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's it's crazy.
Well, you're playing for your school, and you're also playing a club team as well, traveling team. Yeah, it doesn't leave a lot of time for
for much else, right?
Yeah.
Well, we did time where coaches are drawing as much out of the player as they can, and sometimes that does hurt the work. But when the colleges look at you, they're looking at you across the board. They're looking at the grades. They're looking at how you play and your personality, even for that matter. Which is one of the reasons why we like to do this, because we feel like if coaches can see how you are as a person, it will help them evaluate whether they want you at the school, in a sense. Right. So no pressure.
No pressure whatsoever.
He made the academic.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
I did make the
congratulations.
academic team online.
Yeah. So, how were your grades?
I've got 1 C and then the rest are B's. A's.
That's
And A's.
solid.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's
What's
up.
the C in, just so we know?
Writing.
Writing? That was my worst. My worst also.
It'll come around.
Really wasn't good. It never came around for me, but I hope it does for you. I was always looking for that one cute girl that would help me, get my grades up. But not saying I'm not putting any pressure on
I
you.
know.
No pressure right now. Yeah, you can hold off on that aspect of it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
They'll be around. They're not going anywhere. Yeah.
So so your club season starts. Where do you guys play your club games?
Well, we travel a lot for
Okay.
our club games. We go to California, Utah, and Arizona too, actually. So we go to California a lot, though, and we just play different teams at different tournaments from around the West Coast.
Yeah, so I've heard a lot of these scheduling, and I've actually been a part of scheduling because my business partner's son plays at Palo. He's a
Oh, really?
freshman. Yeah,
That's
Aiden
awesome.
McCormick.
Oh,
Yeah. So he's out there. He's hustling. Does he look any good? I don't. You can put him on blast right now. But he'll probably watch this, but no, I don't want you to do that. But I know he got some PT in the championship game, which was great for him. He's really excited about it. So I mean, where do you see the future of this team? I mean, when you're looking at these young guys coming up, I mean, you guys going to be able to go back to back in your senior year? Or?
I'm really excited for, I've been excited since freshman year coming up. I can't wait till to see it transfer from me and my class to go down the lower classmen and whatnot. Because we're starting to really bulk up and get training and all that, and so we're starting to. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
So when you're talking about bulking up, I mean, how is the training? I mean, because obviously you have to stay fit, you have to stay in
yeah.
condition and all that other stuff. I mean, are you encouraged to put weight on and strength on,
Yeah.
muscle on as well?
Yes, but we have to maintain our speed.
Right.
That's the biggest thing.
So what's the I really know this question. What is an optimal weight for, say, a midfielder?
Midfielder, I would say 180-ish.
Okay. And you play defense though.
Yeah, I play
Okay, so
defense.
what would be your optimal weight? Usually a little bit bigger guys.
Yeah,
on
a little
defense,
bit
right?
bigger. I would say probably 190, 195-ish.
Okay. Now, I mean, is it more physical,
Yeah.
playing because you got to actually stop these guys that
Yeah.
are coming in?
Yeah, we got to stop them and stop their dodges and track where they're going and prevent them from going to the goal.
Nice, beautiful. What about you? What position you? What is your optimal weight, first of all? No, I'm kidding, man. But I'm guessing about what do you weigh about right now? About
About 70.
I was gonna say 65. That was pretty close. So what position do you play?
Midi.
You're a midi.
You're a midi.
Nice. Okay, beautiful. Did you score any goals this year?
I've scored at least more than 10. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
You gotta start keeping those stats, buddy.
Yeah, really.
You got to get a book, and when you get home, just be like, I got 3 today, and write the date. Because one day, man, then you might be selling that as a Hall of Fame thing.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you never know, buddy.
Trevor Shivley here for
That's right. So I'm here first.
That's it. Yeah. So what high school do you want to go to? I know it's a little early for that sort of thing.
I kind of want to go to my cousin's high school.
Your cousin's high school.
Where's
What
that?
what school is that?
I don't know.
Wherever he
Oh,
goes.
wherever he goes,
Okay,
that's
that's
where you
good.
want to.
So you're close with your cousin, obviously. I grew up very close to my cousins. Does he also play lacrosse?
No, they play soccer.
Okay.
Soccer.
So you haven't converted him over yet, huh?
You haven't drank the Kool-Aid yet. All right. Well, there's still time.
Just keep inviting him over, buddy. That's good.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
5 years from now, I want to be playing lacrosse and finishing up my last season and hopefully moving on to getting a good job and soon to support a family.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you?
I was thinking maybe computer science or something of that.
I don't think you can go wrong.
Yeah, there's no doubt that's going to be
Yeah.
a market.
I don't see any
sure.
downside in that whatsoever.
It's increasing.
Yeah. God knows we need somebody to keep up.
So,
Right.
Palo, they teach that as well. I mean, do they have some preparatory classes? I know you said you went to Somerset, which is obviously preparatory.
Yeah.
does Palo have some classes to help you get into that field? Or
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, we do. But
Okay.
he goes northwest.
Yeah.
Oh, Northwest.
Yeah, I go to Northwest.
Oh, so you go to Northwest.
Yeah.
And then you play for Palo. Oh,
Yep,
I
I
gotcha.
play
Okay.
for Palo.
Okay.
I got you. So you're still in. What's your? Because that's preparatory school as well.
Yes.
So what's your focus on there? Is it computer science or
No, I'm actually in construction management.
construction management?
Technology. They're still deciding.
Oh, there's a lot
I
of
think
stuff
they're mainly going towards construction technology, though.
there. Okay.
So.
All right. Beautiful. Excellent.
Yeah. And have you thought about what you'd like to do when you grow up?
Yes, I kind of want to be a coach.
Coach.
Okay.
Okay. What would you like to coach?
I would like to coach lacrosse games.
Lacrosse.
Oh,
Okay.
beautiful.
All right.
I love it.
Hey, well, listen, man. Do whatever you want. Knuckle down, keep your grades up, stop chasing girls, slow down on that, and sky's the limit.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, you want to send any shout outs, Tyler, to buddies, coaches?
Yeah, I want to shout out my coach, Campo. He's really helped me out throughout the years, and especially coming up to my freshman year, I was trying to really impress him, so I can play varsity and be coached under his wing, and I just love him, man. I'd
Awesome.
also love to
Very
shout
cool.
out my mom. She
Oh, yeah.
supports
Here,
me
here.
through everything, and she pays for everything.
Yeah.
Don't forget the
beautiful.
car.
Yep, and the car.
That's your
Well
favorite.
done, Mom.
Good job, Mom. Well, the thing about it is when you do well, the kids have no trouble. I mean, the parents have no trouble doing stuff for the kids. It's like when you have my kids. No, I'm just playing. I'm joking. I have great kids. First of all, don't, babe, please, save me. She watches the show every once in a while, and every single time that I make a joke like that, those are the shows she decides
So
to
she's
watch.
gonna watch
All the
this
other
one.
ones she doesn't watch. But it's great. It's good stuff. So what's next? What's happening for the summer?
Right now we're thinking about doing a party,
Okay.
a pool party,
Pool
and
parties are good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking about mostly playing with my friends all summer,
That's beautiful.
That's what life is about.
because there's gonna be nice days in summer.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you got a pool. You can't go wrong. 'Cause if it gets too hot, you just jump right in. It's all good.
All right.
All right, Tyler, thanks, man.
Thank
for
you.
coming on.
And Trevor, thank you. We really appreciate you
You're
both
welcome.
coming on.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to switch gears and hopefully be joined by our man in the ATL, Torrance Hall, to discuss a little hoop action. Southern Nevada Sports News coming to you from WWDBTV.com. We'll be right back.
The golf store you've been waiting for is now open. Bob Allen Golf is ready to help you take your game to the next level. Bob Allen Golf is located at 6415 South Fort Apache, Las Vegas 89148. Choose your favorite clubs from our selection of Bridgestone, Callaway, Cleveland, XXIO, Srixon, Ping, Wilson, and more. We'll custom fit them in our state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulator. Come hang out with us and practice on our putting green to find out which club is perfect for you. Have your clubs repaired, reshafted, and regripped in our on-site tour shop. And talk about accessories. Guys and gals will feel comfortable and look sharp in the many sizes, colors, and options of apparel from Greg Norman, Black Clover, Under Armour, and more. The team at Bob Allen Golf takes your game as seriously as you do. Join our online family at boballengolf.com and stop in the store to meet us. Remember, at Bob Allen Golf, your game is in the bag.
All right, we are back. Excuse me. Unfortunately, we've got some technical difficulty, and we weren't
Not because of
able-
the studio.
No,
Must be something else.
but we were unfortunately to get our buddy Torrance Hall from Atlanta on talk about what's left of it, and of course the big question as to where is LeBron going to end up, which is going to be the sports story for the rest of the year, unfortunately.
Well, NBA story.
Well, at least
probably
for the rest of the
sports story,
summer.
Yeah, that's true.
Sports story in general, because I think that people just they live off of this thing. But we, as we mentioned, before going into the break, obviously it's Knights, fever here.
Yep.
But also it is Las Vegas Lights
That's
Football
right.
Club fever here, the soccer team. And, in their inaugural season here in Las Vegas, they're drawing on the average about 8,000.
Yep, a little under 8,000.
A little under 8,000. So
In an arena that fits about 10.
So, it's not like they're drawing 8,000 at Sam Boyd Stadium.
Yeah.
This is Cashman Field. It seats about 9 and some change.
Oh, okay, yeah. I knew
10 at standing room. So,
Nice.
A couple of their matches, they've actually had standing room.
Yeah.
In terms of tickets there. But
Well, I thought that the only standing room was in the line to buy beers over there. But.
Out in the parking lot during the Zappos tailgate party.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah, and they coming off a victory, which they really needed to get back on that winning streak last Saturday. I think you mentioned it was 4-1.
4-1, I think, which is the most goals that they've scored in a game.
Yeah, and so hats off to them getting back in that winning form.
Yep.
It's a long season, folks. So, but you by all means get out to the games. Go online, and the tickets are very reasonable.
No, it's
Sit in the fanatic section. You absolutely positively have got to do that experience at least once. Get there for the Zappos tailgate party. But this weekend, Saturday, is their inaugural kick and crawl, pub crawl for downtown Las Vegas. So they and this is going to feature not only light staff,
Right.
but the players themselves will also be,
And the coach.
and the coaches staff will
beautiful.
be part of this as well. This is the
I can't wait to
first
see this.
annual kick and crawl.
I've never heard of a major league sport going and hanging out with the players ever.
with the
I've never
fans,
even, that's unheard of.
with
I've
their
never heard that.
supporters, in this atmosphere, and it's Las Vegas.
Yeah.
You can only conceive of this. So I believe it is going to start at the El Cortez,
Yeah.
and end up at the rooftop pool of the Plaza.
No, I can't wait.
Okay, so what could possibly go wrong? This, but
Someone's going in the pool. I'll literally guarantee that.
we had Brett Lashbrook, the owner, on the show about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
And we were discussing this, and he was saying that this is the first annual, and he's hoping it's not the last. But
Well, this is what I'm wondering. Is the CEO also going to be doing this pub crawl?
I hope so.
Did we ask him? I forgot.
I don't think we actually asked him, but
Okay.
Brett, you really have got to, you got to represent.
Let us know, Brett.
Let us know. And I'm actually in.
Okay.
And I don't know if I could hang to the bitter end, but I'm going to definitely give it a shot. And I'm thinking it's probably going to be an Uber kind of night.
Yeah.
And so
Absolutely.
I might end up calling you.
No, I'll be with you. Forget about it. We'll both be in an Uber. So what I'm wondering is, it's going to be 100 plus. Did they actually have scarves that are actually summertime scarves? That's a good idea right there. Brett, there you go. I'm giving you another idea. I've given you a few. Here's another one.
The good news is that the scarves aren't real heavy.
Yeah.
It's not like the wool, scarf. I have a Manchester United wool scarf.
Yeah.
Jay has a Tottenham Spurs, and it's a heavy wool. These are very light.
Right.
And I'm absolutely going to
Well,
use
what
them.
I'm thinking is, I'm thinking dry fit. That way, when you wipe it, it dries in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, and
It's
that's
gonna be
something the Knights may want to look into.
That'd be a great one. The lights on one side, the Knights on the other side.
Dry fit polos, and because you know what kind of town this is, and it was 108 here a couple of days ago on Monday.
Yep.
And it's probably about 100 today, and it's only June 6th. So
this is the one thing that I've realized about living in Vegas. The whole country, most of the whole country, gets excited about the summer.
yeah,
We actually get excited for like September.
Yeah.
Like it'd be okay for us to miss these couple of months and then get back to when it's tolerable, the
And
70, 80 degree days.
and really excited about October.
Yep, absolutely. So NBA, we got a few more minutes to talk about the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
Just one simple question. What did you call it? The gentleman's suite?
The gentleman's suite.
Okay.
5.
That's a team wins in 5.
Team
They just
wins
give you
in
the
5.
one just to
Yeah,
throw
just
you a
to
bone.
sort of like hey, Golden State is just a much better team.
Yeah.
They're in sync. The issues that they had with Houston, they've absolutely put behind them, and they're not even at full strength, and they're playing exceptionally well. This is a very good team, and hats off to Golden State. I just don't think that this is a Cleveland team that could possibly come back and beat this
Okay,
team.
so Cleveland right now up 7, about midway through the second. So basically what you're saying is, just so I get this,
Yes.
if they make that free throw in game 1, they have about 2 seconds to come down and score to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
If not, the series would be 1-1 right now.
Right.
So, I mean, would you be still saying it's going to be a reverse sweep
Yes.
at that point? Okay.
Yeah. I think that there's just too many Greyhounds on Golden State.
Yeah.
And they come at you with too many different weapons. And I don't think that Cleveland has just the kind of manpower. They have to keep things so close. And Golden State, I mean, they live and die by the three-point shot. They live by it more than other teams. Well, they're certainly not going to miss 27 in a row like a certain team down in Texas.
Okay, so I'm not a basketball coach, but I've watched a fair amount of basketball. So
Oh, yeah.
Coach Lou, I'm going to give you your solution to winning this. Go on YouTube, watch the 89-90 Pistons, what they did to Michael Jordan. Get in there, manhandle these guys, foul out, use your whole bench.
Yes.
Make it a very difficult series for these guys. I mean, if you're just going to try to match up by seeing who's going to win the game, there's way too much talent on Golden State.
Too much.
You really have no chance.
Nope.
You got to get in there and body and like
Yes.
push them out of their element completely like Ride Curry. I remember watching Michael Jordan play where he would have a hand on him the whole game.
Yes.
You know, and he got called a lot. I mean, I remember one game he shot like 35 free throws or something like that because he's getting fouled so much. But that wears on a player.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to hit the game-winning shot when you've been riding his back for 36 minutes.
And at a certain point, he's going to anticipate the contact and then be surprised when it's not there. They need to play East Coast basketball, old school East Coast basketball. And that means, get physical, start knocking guys down. Listen, I remember, the series between with Magic and Isaiah.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember, Magic Johnson said there in an interview afterwards, look, you come down that lane, you're going to get checked.
You know you're going to get hit.
You know you're going to get hit. You're going to get checked. And if I come down that lane, I know I'm going to get checked or somebody's not doing their job.
That's right.
That sums it up.
I think it's how it has to be. I mean, I don't encourage that, but I do know that NBA would be a lot more fun if a jersey got pulled over the head every once in a while.
There
But I'm
you
not
have
saying
it.
that has to happen. But what I am saying is you have to be able to take these guys out of their element. You have to do something different.
They have to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You can't just let the guys sit out there and post up for threes all night long, and the Splash Brothers, and then sit there and then, and then wonder, gee, man, how did we end up losing that game?
Yeah.
Because they don't miss they even if they choose to miss a lot of threes, nobody's going to miss 27 in a row.
That's right. But they are down 8.
And it's still early.
Go Cleveland.
Yeah. Go
Actually,
Cleveland.
what's funny is I'm not really a Cleveland fan for really want to see LeBron win one.
I especially since he's literally on his way out of town.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about the 300-pound gorilla in the room.
Okay.
After they lose this series, probably in 5. Again, the gentleman's sweep.
I'm saying 6. I'll go 6.
It's going to be the rest of the news for the summer, even past what happens with the Knights, what happens with the World Cup, and what happens even with the NFL getting ready and baseball. It is going to be, where is LeBron going to go? And and I think that everybody is thinking West Coast. That he is, not going to, and
He has never played on the West Coast.
Yeah, he's never. And I think that Toronto, if that's all you guys are waiting on, you better take a look at Boston, the Sixers, Milwaukee, Detroit. Those teams are getting, in Washington, and better and better. The least of your problems is going to be, LeBron or Cleveland.
Right.
Think about those teams. But where do I think that he is going to end up?
Yes.
I think it's going to be in L.A.
Okay.
Or
I'm so shocked that you said that. I'm really shocked.
Or Houston.
I'll tell you where I know he's going to go.
You think he's going to go to L.A.?
I don't.
You
I think he's going to go to Philly.
You think he's going to go to Philly?
And this is why, and nothing against LA. I'm not an LA fan. but I haven't had no reason to hate on him.
Shocker! Oh,
For-
come on!
for-
I can't believe
For
you
how
even
many
said
years?
that.
How many years? I've
Well,
not had
because
to hate
they've
him,
been
'cause
they've been a
so
bad team.
garbage for-
Exactly.
And actually that's one of the reasons why I don't see him going there, because he's such a competitor.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's a team that he'll be able to turn around. I mean, he might be able to turn around and qualify them for the playoffs or maybe win a first round matchup, but it's not going to be where he can take them to the championship. I think what LeBron is going to be looking at is a team that he can take and win another championship with. There's only a couple of teams out there that I really see that. Utah, which he would never go to,
No.
but that's a team that he could make a difference to push them to the top. Philadelphia is where I think he's going to land. There's so much young talent on that team.
Very much
He will
so.
absolutely take them deep. I heard that he was going to meet with Boston. I hope that he doesn't go to Boston.
I hope
I'm
he
not,
doesn't go to
I think
Boston.
this is my opinion. I'm 40, about to be 47 years old. Boston has won enough in my lifetime. I don't want to see Boston win anything.
Last thing I want to see.
I don't want to see him win in NHL. I don't want to see him win in baseball. I don't want to see him win in
NFL.
anything.
Nothing.
Let's just call it a wrap.
That's
But
it.
I would like to see him go to Philly. I like Simmons as a player. You know, he's in his second season. I mean, just think about the development of a Ben Simmons underneath LeBron.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about, you know, excelling his game by 5 times, having a player like that on the team.
LA is because one, he has a home there.
Yes.
And I think that he has always had a lot of respect for Magic Johnson, who's now part of that, key staffing as far as the Lakers are concerned. The other team, I think, that you have the pieces in place, and the tipping point would be Houston. I think that you've got again, they're young. I think you've got, the players that aren't going to see him as a threat. And I think that it would be just what they need to be able to beat Golden State
believe that.
in a 7-game series.
Yep.
And the fact that you have to play LeBron all the time in the West, as opposed to just maximum of 7 games, 2 through during the regular season, it changes the whole dynamic.
Talking about some of the other contracts in Houston, they're talking about having to pay some players maximum in their contracts. There's going to be a shakeup on that team. They obviously are going to have to realize and figure out who they want to pick up in free agency. There's going to be some moves. And did you hear about the NHL move where they're going to force players to mix up the teams?
Really?
Yeah, they're actually going to encourage these teams to actually do trading, and I mean they're really trying to change the game everywhere, which is just really great to see.
It is.
Saying it now.
Yep.
Cleveland wins at least 2 games.
All right.
It's looking like the Tigers are going to win their 63rd game.
So you want to move that?
No, I don't want to move it.
Okay.
Because I don't want to owe you twice.
So you're not laying?
But I will say this: shout out to Golden Steer. Watch their Instagram, and I see this prime rib and all this stuff. I just want to it's just unbelievable.
There is no losers when we settle on our bets.
There's no doubt about
at
it.
Golden Steer.
We always go. We go to all kinds of great
Absolutely.
places.
Folks, it's been a great show as always. Got to thank the Shivley family for being here. And join us next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time for another installment of Southern Nevada Sports News, coming to you from WWDBTV.com. Go Knights and have a great week.
God bless.